He had always been the gentle soul in the room, kind, deeply thoughtful, never one to dominate a conversation. His presence didn't demand attention, but his words carried a quiet weight that stayed with you. When our paths first crossed, it was that quiet strength that drew me in. His calm resolve, his unwavering loyalty, they felt like an anchor in a chaotic world. He never tried to dazzle me with wealth or grand displays. Instead, he offered something far rarer, a sense of security, genuine care, and compassion that ran deep. Together, we built a life grounded in softness, in shared dreams, and in quiet moments of connection. In those early years, everything felt untouched, perfect. But over time, something began to shift. A craving for something more stirred inside me. Maybe it was the repetition of daily life. Or maybe I simply began to take his love for granted. His devotion, which once felt precious, started to feel like background noise. I stopped seeing the depth behind his gestures. Instead of peace, I found myself longing for fire. I wanted intensity over comfort, passion over calm. And in my foolishness, I convinced myself I could chase both thrill and stability, without ever losing what mattered most. There was a man at work. Charismatic. Daring. He carried himself with a confidence that made people notice, and when he looked at me, I felt something awaken, something I hadn't realized had gone dormant. He made me feel alive again, his boldness a stark contrast to my husband's soft-spoken sincerity. His flirtation, sharp humor, and fearless energy reignited a spark I thought had gone out. It began harmlessly enough. Long conversations. Inside jokes. Playful banter. But eventually, I crossed a line. I told myself it was nothing, just a moment of weakness, a temporary lapse I could forget and bury. What I didn't understand was how that one moment could unravel everything. The guilt didn't come crashing down all at once. It crept in slowly, like water leaking through cracks. And then, one day, it drowned me. When I confessed, I braced myself for anger, for shouting, accusations, or icy silence. But he didn't yell. He didn't leave the room or slam the door. He just sat there. Still. Staring at the floor. And then he cried. Not loudly. Not in rage. Quiet, trembling tears that came from somewhere deeper than I'd ever seen in him. I had never seen him so broken. He had always been my steady place. My constant. And seeing him fall apart because of what I'd done, it shattered something inside me too. He didn't interrogate me. He didn't demand explanations. He only asked one question, his voice barely above a whisper. Was I not enough for you? And I had no answer. Because the truth was brutal, he was enough. More than enough. I was the one who had failed. That night, he moved into the guest room. And every night after that, the space between us widened. My apologies didn't touch it. My tears didn't melt it. I tried everything. Handwritten notes. Bouquets. Late-night pleas for another chance. But when trust is broken, words can't patch the hole. He still made my coffee every morning. Still took out the trash. Still fed our cat. But none of it was love anymore. It was habit. Routine. Ghosts of what we used to be. And with each passing day, I felt him slipping further away. He was mourning. Not just my betrayal, but the loss of everything we had been. And I knew I had no right to rush his healing. The months blurred by. And even though he still wore his wedding ring, it wasn't a sign of hope. It was a wound. A symbol of something lost that couldn't be retrieved. His warmth faded. Smiles became rare. His laughter disappeared. And I knew. I was the reason. Eventually, he told me he needed time. He packed a small bag and said he'd stay with his brother. No timelines. No promises. Just space. He looked at me one final time, eyes glossy with held-back tears, and whispered, I loved you more than you'll ever understand." Then he walked away. And I stood frozen in the doorway, drowning in the consequences of my own actions. I had wounded the one person who had loved me purely, and no apology could undo the damage I had caused. Now the house feels hollow, haunted by what once was. His coat still hangs by the door. His toothbrush sits untouched. I haven't moved anything. As if keeping the pieces frozen in time might somehow bring him back. But deep down, I know they won't. It's too late. I understand now that those fleeting, reckless thrills fade quickly. But real love, the kind that endures, the kind that holds you steady through life's storms, is rare. And when you find it, you hold it close. You don't trade it for sparks that burn out by morning. I destroyed something sacred. And maybe I'll spend the rest of my life trying to forgive myself. He didn't deserve this pain. He didn't deserve the betrayal, or the heartbreak, or to be broken by the woman he trusted the most. But he endured it. Because of me. And that's the truth I'll carry with me, every single day.